Justin is probably one of the most happiest children I've ever encountered. He really is one of those kids who just lights up a room when he comes in. It's interesting as parents having children, one more with a condition, with Hunter syndrome as Justin has, and Leo's mainly more on the normal track, how well they interact together and how well they support each other.
I think it was about when he was close to 3 years old. There was an issue with articulation, and the thought was perhaps maybe he needed ear tubes or something very minor and simple as that.
The doctor basically looked at us, he put down his pen, he said, "I think there's something else going on here. And I think it's Hunter's syndrome and mucopolysaccharidosis," and he wrote it down. Then he picked up his pen, wrote it down on a piece of paper because I couldn't even spell it. We were just absolutely floored.
It was very difficult for us to process this diagnosis, especially because it was an extremely rare disease. Many people have a frame of reference for things such as Down syndrome, but when you receive a diagnosis of a rare disease, it takes a long time to process. One of Justin's favorite hobbies is collecting trains, and he's a super uber train enthusiast.
It was a bond I saw automatically between he and I. I set up those trains and Justin immediately fell in love with the trains.
And for many years, since he was probably about 7 years old, he's been part of one of the largest train shows in this area.
It's a train show that allows him to show off his trains, to show off his talent and his skill. And so it's a good way for him to show his peers what he's good at and what his strengths are. This disease can be very isolating, and as you get older, you become more isolated because you can't join in the normal things that your peers can do. They have activities with their sports teams or their academic teams or their clubs at school. So we have to create that for Justin.
We've had block parties. I've had movie nights for Justin. I think that's an important thing for your child to have, is to feel that connection with others. Whether it's friends and family, community, that's life, and that's life-giving.
We all want our children to succeed in academics and sports and different things that basically, the world and society kind of values. And I think the thing that Justin has taught me is if you listen to that child and you let that child be who they are, they will teach you. He has taught us so much more than I would have ever imagined.